All right, welcome, Dan. So this one is PickByType. From T, we're going to pick a set of properties that are assignable to you. So here we'll take the challenge. We've done stuff similar to this on the challenges before, but this one is a little more specific. So from model, you see A1 here. We're going to pick out anything that matches Boolean. So in this case, like, I wish they had picked other names. So anyway, is read only and is enable are Booleans. And then A2 is showing that we're picking out anything that's matching string, which is that. So same thing for this one. For count, it's matching on number. So where would you start, like from a pseudocode perspective, like how would you approach a problem like this?
Yeah, so I think we're probably going to want to do some sort of, do like a map type over the first parameter. So like A1 in this case. And they added something, I forget which version of TypeScript it was, but you can actually like do a filter on a map type. So that seems like this would be a very natural use for that.
Okay.
So I guess we're gonna find out whether I actually remember the syntax for that.
Yeah. So I teed it up for you a little bit down here. You put the filter thing in here. So like you have some condition, and then true, never is usually the end case.
So.
And don't mind,
Right.
I haven't mentioned you. Sorry, the formatting, I try to stick it to a 60 character limit so it's easy to read on phone. So I'll be formatting throughout the time as we go. But
yeah, I mean, I guess it seems like we want to just see, like, does T of P extend U, right? But of course that's.
Yeah, no, that's great. All we have to do then, like you pretty much have it. All we have to do then is just return P.
Yep.
Yeah, you got it. Not so bad, right?
Yeah, this one used to be a lot less satisfying. I forget which version of TypeScript it was that added that, but you could do it before, but it was way more complicated. There was this crazy thing where you would like convert the object to a union type, and then you would do the filter on that, and then convert back to the object type. But this is much nicer.
Yeah, I'm really glad that this is here, and there's a couple like other niceties that have been added recently that I guess when I first saw them, I thought, why would anyone need that? But now that I've been doing this stuff more regularly, it's like, wow. In this case,
well, I don't know that a type challenge answers the why would anyone need that problem.
Well, this one I actually I'll save it for the next one we're going to do. I did actually in my day-to-day life need one of these types that did exactly this type of thing recently, and I'll explain the use case. But just wrapping up this one, I always look online to see if I can find alternatives, and this is a rarer case, especially later in the challenges where it's a fairly straightforward answer these days, like you did, and this is basically the only alternative I found for how to solve it. So, yeah, cool, simple enough, right? Easy one to start with.
Yeah. Since I haven't done one of these before,
sure.
this expect, what is this doing?
What does it work? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's talk about it. So if you look at the equal one, it's using the covariance of function parameters. It's like abusing is probably a better word. It's putting X and Y in these positions, but everything else here is the same. That gets you the true or false. But then in order to actually get an error to happen, you have to make a type that is only like the only value that's assignable here is T or is true. So if it's not true, then it'll error.
So if I I guess just hypothetically, like, if I had done this, okay, cool. So we do get an error if it's any. So how does that work?
I thought you could. I'm sorry, I was showing you, but I didn't. So if you follow me, or if you come here now, do you see?
Yeah. No, I saw it before.
Oh, okay.
I guess
sorry.
I'm just curious with all of the. It's always like a little hazardous to do type assertions within the type system, and so because you can wind up with problems with any, you can wind up with problems with like conditional types distributing over unions.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm curious why, or like what makes any fail this test.
So what this ends up doing is make like T extends. If we put any in here, let's make like
Because I thought everything extended any and any extended everything. But maybe that's not right.
I think it's that anything is assignable to unknown. Any is like turn off the type checker.
Yeah.
So I think that in this case,
which is why it's surprising to me that the type checker catches that as an issue.
Right. What you get if you do this is, okay, so type X equals any, and I hope I'm not going to screw up the explanation of this, but let's do, I don't know if you have...
I don't see the 2/ thing, but I can mouse over it.
But
so
yeah,
I see, any intersect any is any.
Yes.
Which makes sense.
So then I think that, I don't know. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. Actually, I should add this to my list. So I have a list of like weird and quirky things that I learned along this process, and we've definitely covered this before, but I'm like really poor at being able to explain it. But I know that it relies on covariance with like function parameters. You can actually, this is return types in this case, but it's the same thing. And
I noticed that on line 21 there is like an explicit check for any, which I guess, yeah. So I guess in that case, the way you do it is like 0 never extends 1 unless one intersect union, any is going to be any.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. The only time that you can union with any, or the only time you can get any out of this is if any was the input or any was the t. There's also a very common one for is never. That's like this is one of the challenges. And it's a pretty common, like, I'd say some high portion of the challenges actually roll this in, but yeah. I'm sorry for the unsatisfactory answer, but
no, sorry to turn the tables on you.
No,
so
it's good. It's good. It's healthy. I'm fine with it. Yeah, it's. I'm gonna have to prepare for that talk someday.
Maybe just a tip for people is always like anytime you have some sort of it's good that we have tests for this. That's the first thing, but
yes.
Also good to like test your testing mechanism with things like any.
Definitely. Cool. All right, let's keep going.